Watch, that's gone. What happens when you try and say your name and it's gone? Try and say it. This is gone. Andy.
No!
I see hypnosis as a co-creation with the person I'm working with. You know, we're working together.
Nice.
It's their neurology that's creating the experience, and I can't deny or reject whatever's coming up for them. Hey, how's it going? This is James Tripp with a video for Hypnosis Without Trance, going out on James Tripp Chaos Wave, which is likely where you're watching this. So yesterday I was interviewed by Jason Linett for his Work Smart podcast, and in the conversation we explored many threads, many aspects of hypnosis, but there's one thread that I particularly wanted to draw out and share with you here today because it relates to the last video that I put up on Chaos Wave, which was me doing a name amnesia with someone. Now in the comments section there, the question came up, it's almost inevitable that it would. What happens if it goes wrong? What happens if you say, try and see your name, and they just say their name? What happens? Well, it does happen. It's worth being aware of, but it isn't necessarily a problem. It's certainly not the problem that a lot of people think that it is. One of the things that marks out the Hypnosis Without Trance approach is it's a facilitation-based approach. This means we work with interaction. We are working co-creatively with the hypnotee, the hypnotic subject, if you like. And it means that whatever comes up from them is taken as okay. It's accepted. It is something for us to work with and create with. There are no deal breakers. There are no moments where it's blown. There's always some way you can move, some way you can maneuver. And that's the principle that I'm exploring here with Jason. So just a quick aside here to say that this video is sponsored by the Hypnosis Without Trance Power Sale. There's 50% plus off almost everything in the Hypnosis Without Trance store, simply because I'm taking it all down. I'm making way for something new in the future. So all that downloadable stuff, all that richness, all that goodness that I've been talking about here and in my videos will be gone. You've got a last chance to get that before midnight on the 23rd, on Sunday the 23rd of June. That's midnight Pacific time. So if you want to get that, well, get that. Now, an interesting aspect of this is I am recounting an occasion in this conversation. You'll see me recount it, of an event that I actually have on video. You've seen a little bit of that up at the front of the video. I'm going to put the whole thing on the end after the conversation with Jason. You get to compare there how accurate my memory is of the event. You know, memory is an interesting thing, particularly for us hypnotists, the reconstructive nature of memory. Did I remember when I was recounting it to Jason exactly how it went? I don't know. You check out at the end, you see what you make of that. And before that, let's get into the conversation with Jason. I see hypnosis as a co-creation with the person I'm working with. You know, we're working together. Nice. It's their neurology that's creating the experience. And I can't deny or reject whatever's coming up for them. That has to be accepted and utilized and led in a useful direction. So a lot of that, for me, the way I think about hypnosis probably comes from my martial arts background to a great degree.
Yeah, I love that concept of co-creation. Is there a story of, let's say, working with a client where that really can be solidified in terms of describing how that process played out?
Yeah, there are actually. I was just, because I'm doing a lot of editing at the moment of old video footage, and there's a piece, I've got it up on YouTube. The thing is about YouTube, this stuff gets lost on there. It totally gets buried. I've got like, I don't know, 300 videos, 350 videos on there. But there's a piece from probably about 6-7 years ago of me doing a name amnesia with somebody. And I'm running a sequence because in my approach to hypnosis, I'm known as the Hypnosis Without Trance guy. And what that means is I generally don't bother with trance inductions. So just go straight in with some simple phenomenon, usually an idiomotor phenomenon of some kind, and then ladder it up to progressively more challenging stuff. For example, amnesias or hallucinations, this kind of thing. So I'm working with this guy, and he's responding beautifully to, I think I set it up with a foot stick to start with, and he responds absolutely beautifully. He's really in there. His foot's solidly stuck. And then I go to segue into a name amnesia, and I set it up the way I'm doing it in my kind of standard way back then. And I said, so what happens when you try and say your name and it's gone? Try and say your name and it's gone. He looks at me and says, Andy. So I said to him, I said, that's right. And where is that name now? He said, well, it's up here again. I said, that's it. So we'll take it all the way out, send it away, and it's gone. And what happens when you try and see a name and it's gone? Andy. So I went for about 3 takes with this, and the name amnesia wasn't going at all. So I kind of segued back into, because I never unstuck the foot. You see, this is a thing that I would do. I like to. There's the idea of nested loops from NLP and Ericksonian stuff. I like to do nested phenomena.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'll leave one open and then open up the other one. So I said, how's that foot? He said, still stuck. I said, and the foot's still stuck. As the foot sticks and the name's gone, try and say that name, Andy. Right. So it's just not happening. And I unstuck the foot and I said, thank you very much. And I said, I'm just curious, what was it like when the foot was stuck? And he said it was really powerful, really profound. And he said these words, cerebrally tactile.
Nice.
Or something like that. And I said, right. And I just asked him all his words to describe the foot stick. I said, so if your name were to disappear now in a cerebrally tactile way, and I just fed back in, I've got this on video, all the kind of language he's used around the foot stick. I said, so what happens when you try and say that name and it's gone now in a cerebrally tactile way? And he's gone straight out. So one of the things that I often do is I will explicitly ask for feedback. What's happening for you? If something's not going in the direction that I want first time, I will get feedback from people, and I will use what they offer in terms of feedback to create what you might call custom suggestions or this sort of thing. And generally speaking, that works very well. And I think a lot of people, one of the things I advocate is that people do this. A lot of the time people learn a recipe and they follow the recipe and it doesn't work and they go,
or they get the phenomenon, and because they've got it now, the intention is how quickly can I get out of it in case it doesn't continue to work. But to engage in that dialogue, you're actually driving them deeper into that phenomenon by getting their representations as to what that feels like.
Right. And if somebody is experiencing it, I'll say, so what's happening now? Because I like to hear, and when they give me the language of what's happening, I feed it right back in with some intensifiers. So I like to use phrases like, and becoming even more fully absorbed in this experience of, and feed their language back in, just to kind of take them more in. So I've got this, one of the things, because I don't tend to work with trance induction, people are often in an interactive state. They're not sort of zonked out so much. So I keep the interaction going the whole time through. And that gives me a rich seam of material coming back from them that I can utilize to take them more fully into richer experiences. I mean, even my simple rule is, if in doubt, I elicit the experience they're having right now, regardless of what it is, and I will take them more deeply into it, whatever it is. So even if someone's got an experience of, well, you know, it feels like my hand is lifting, but then I wonder if I'm lifting it. For example, if somebody said that, I'd say, so notice wondering if you could lift it.
Nice.
And whereabouts is wondering when you're wondering if you can lift it? And I usually will gesture up to their head because I know like it's going to be somewhere in their head, and they'll go, well, up here, and I'll say, so it's up. And wondering and noticing, wondering now more fully. And I just take people like wherever they're going, let's go into it even more. And that often creates the opportunity to kind of segue out into something else again.
Yeah, which the beautiful ability to loop those moments and just continuously, I love that, to feedback what they're experiencing. The style of approach, this hypnosis without trance, where did that originally come from?
That plane, just watch that's gone. What happens when you try and see your name and it's gone? Try and see it when it's gone, all the way out there. It goes further. Try and see it as it's gone. Andy. Okay, so where is that name now?
It's there.
It's there? You mean here on the label or there in your...
There, like, just outside me.
Just outside you? Okay, so where could we take that? And do you need to feel that disappear around behind you, disappear around behind you, feel that or watch that go? And when that's gone, and it's just bang, boom, boom, gone. Try and see your name, it's gone. Try.
Andy.
Gone, wow. Try and see your name?
Andy.
Okay, just just like go for a second take on that. How's that foot now? Still stuck?
Still stuck.
Still stuck.
What I noticed was that with the foot being stuck, it was a very kinesthetic feeling, very physical feeling. I could feel that. And then with regards to the name, I wasn't able to cerebrally lose my name like that. But when the rigidity, I could feel that rigidity literally setting, going right up through my legs, right up through, could feel it, freezing, like turning to stone, all my muscles, all my tissue.
Just to follow on from Jürgen's question, you were saying that you could really feel that.
Yes.
So when you could feel that, what was that like to really feel that?
It was a very vivid experience.
Yeah.
It was very tactile.
Tactile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to feel yourself in a very tactile way, cerebrally losing your name now, what would that be like to cerebrally lose your name in a very tactile way like that and have it gone? So try and say your name and you lose it in a cerebrally tactile way. What happens when you try and say it and you lose it in a cerebrally tactile way? So try and say it when you lose it and lose it in a cerebrally tactile way. So it's gone now, and try and say it. Tactile, gone. Try and say your name. And you try. You try. It just goes and it's gone. Try and say that. And then just bam. Can you say your name now?
Andy.
Okay. So what was that like?
That was a real trip.
Okay. So that was a real trip.
It was a very, that was kinesthetic. That was my name actually, because I'm a nuts and bolts guy as well, putting it into physically putting it somewhere, removing it, putting it into a cerebral envelope, putting it into a train track and booming it off over there somewhere. And that made it very difficult to link to it at a cerebral level.
So there we are, a brief top-level look at co-creative technique. If you like this video, please do like the video. If you want more on using your mind to shape your life, hypnosis, NLP, beyond, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, use the comment section for questions, and remember, you've got until midnight on the 23rd to get that 50% plus off on pretty much everything in the Hypnosis Without Trance shop. So, as I say, any questions below, that way this conversation can continue.